Two-factor authentication, or 2FA, is often described as the final lock on your digital door. Even if someone steals your password, 2FA is supposed to stop them cold. But here's the uncomfortable truth. 2FA is not magic, and when it's implemented poorly, attackers don't need to break it, they simply go around it. Today on Cybercrime Hub, we're breaking down how two-factor authentication can fail, why these failures happen, and most importantly, how developers and users can defend against them. This video is strictly for education and awareness. Understanding weaknesses is how we build stronger systems, not how we exploit them. Because real security doesn't come from hiding problems. It comes from exposing them, understanding them, and fixing them properly. Section 1. Previously on SallyShop. To explain this properly, let's imagine a fictional web application called SallyShop. SallyShop is a modern e-commerce platform designed to look and feel secure. It uses usernames, passwords, and a one-time code generated by an authenticator app. On the surface, everything looks solid. There's HTTPS, login protection, and even two-factor authentication enabled. But as we'll see, security isn't about features, it's about implementation. Many real-world breaches don't happen because companies skip 2FA entirely. They happen because 2FA is added as a checkbox feature without understanding how attackers actually think and test systems. Security theater looks good. Real security works even when attackers are actively probing for weaknesses. Section 2. How 2FA actually works. Let's slow down and understand what 2FA really is. Authentication usually happens in layers. Something you know like a password, something you have like a phone or security token. Something you are like fingerprints or facial recognition. Most websites rely on time-based one-time passwords or TOTP. These are codes generated every 30 seconds by apps like Google Authenticator. When implemented correctly, the flow looks like this. You enter your password. The server verifies it. You're prompted for a one-time code. The server verifies that code. Only then is access granted. But here's the critical point most people miss. If the server logic is flawed, 2FA becomes a suggestion, not a requirement. If the system trusts the wrong step at the wrong time, the entire protection layer collapses. Section 3. Where 2FA fails. Most 2FA bypasses don't involve cracking codes or defeating encryption. They involve logic errors. Some common failure patterns include: the server authenticates the session before 2FA is fully completed. The 2FA check happens only on the front end, not the back end. Backup or forgotten endpoints skip the second factor. Session tokens are reused incorrectly. Rate limiting is missing or misconfigured. Error messages leak too much information. In these cases, attackers aren't defeating cryptography. They're exploiting assumptions made by developers. This is why modern attacks often look silent. Nothing crashes. No alarms go off. Logs appear normal. Yet access is achieved quietly and efficiently. Section 4. A silent break-in. This is the most dangerous part. When 2FA fails silently, victims don't even realize they've been compromised. Attackers can browse private data, modify accounts, harvest session tokens, escalate privileges, maintain long-term persistence, and because authentication technically succeeded, many security tools don't flag the activity as suspicious. From the system's perspective, the attacker looks like a legitimate user. This is how small logic flaws turn into massive data breaches without triggering immediate detection. Section 5. What went wrong? So, what actually went wrong? Not the idea of 2FA, not the authenticator app, not the user. The failure happens when security controls aren't enforced server-side. Developers trust client behavior. Authentication state isn't tracked properly. Security testing focuses only on features, not flows. Security is not about adding controls. It's about verifying enforcement. If a system assumes authentication is complete instead of confirming it, attackers will exploit that assumption every time. Section 6. How to fix IT defensive view. Now the most important part: defense. Here's how organizations prevent TFA bypasses. Enforce. TFA server side, never client side. Block access to all protected routes until TFA completes. Use strong session management and regeneration. Rate limit authentication attempts. Monitor authentication state changes. Test authentication flows, not just endpoints. Treat logic flaws as critical vulnerabilities for users. Prefer app-based TFA over SMS. Enable login alerts. Watch for unusual login behavior. Use hardware security keys where possible. Security works best when both developers and users take responsibility. Section 7. The big lesson. This story teaches us something powerful. Security tools don't fail, assumptions do. Attackers don't always break encryption. They break workflows. And the strongest defense isn't secrecy, it's understanding. When developers, businesses, and users understand how attacks really happen, systems become harder to exploit and easier to defend. Knowledge removes fear and replaces it with control. Two-factor authentication is still one of the strongest defenses we have, but only when it's implemented, tested, and monitored correctly. When done right, TFA can stop the majority of account takeovers and protect sensitive data from falling into the wrong hands. But when it's treated as a checkbox instead of a security process, it can create a false sense of safety, and that's where real danger begins. Hit like, subscribe to Cybercrime Hub, and turn on notifications for more real-world cybersecurity education, practical defenses, and awareness-driven content designed to keep you informed and protected. Stay safe, stay smart, stay protected.